Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy TY. We about to get into it. Let's talk some Lions football real quick. Yeah. We're going to light it up tonight. Let's go. Salute to all y'all Lions fans. Definitely lit it up. The Lions stunning the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Let's go. Let's go. Salute to y'all. Let's go, let's go. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. What up, everybody? It's your boy TY. This is TYRHEATV. Yeah, I just wanted to tap in for a little bit, talk about some Lions football. It's super late. This is for people that didn't get to watch the game. The Lions, they went and beat the Chiefs at their crib, Arrowhead, to start the kickoff to the 2023 NFL season. And I thought the game was solid. All right. It was solid, of course. It was more than you expected for a first game. Was it rusty, the offense? Yeah, it was kind of stagnant a little bit. Jared Goff threw for 253 yards and a touchdown. That against Kansas, I gotta say, salute to Kansas City because I thought their defense played well. You know what I'm saying? The offense, Patrick Mahomes was doing Patrick Mahomes type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we got Detroit Lions. They got new players on offense. You know what I'm saying? They got Dave Montgomery, which he ran for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Amon-Ra St. Brown did what he normally do, get the big catches. He had 6 catches for 71 yards, and But Patrick Mahomes, this is a game he could have won. You got you got to think. Patrick threw a pick. He didn't intend to. Went off somebody's hands, but the Lions beat him by a point. But they went at the crib, and I think this is a huge win for Detroit, winning at the crib. And a lot of people didn't think the Lions going. But I picked the Lions. You know what I'm saying? Once I knew Kelsey. Well, I said that earlier. If Kelsey don't play, and then Chris Jones not playing, the Lions' chances just went up like that. I almost lost $20 trying to bet on. She thought, nah, they wouldn't. I guess I told somebody today. I think I told my nephew because he hit me up asking me to watch the game, and he talking about he got KC by 10 points. I said, no, I got the Lions by 10, and he's like, what? I was like, yeah, I got the Lions by 10. I said, if KC win, it'd be by 3 points. I knew if they win, it was gonna be by no more than 3 points. It's gonna be a close game because you got to think Lions all last year, the game they lost it was 7 or less. Like Lions don't be they play smart. Like they never give up. It's the whole Dan Campbell, they don't give up. So they don't get blew out, you know what I'm saying? But I like how Goff managed the game. He managed the game, he know the offense inside out, and he took care of business. Dave Montgomery, 21 carries, 74 yards, a rushing TV. He got 3.5 yards a carry. That's solid. That's solid. You want your running back to at least get 4 yards a carry, but 3.5 is solid. He was banging it. And then you got Gibbs, the rookie. He got 7 rushes for 42 yards. He had 6 yards a carry. You know what I'm saying? 6 yards a carry. So I like the offense. I like our running backs. They only gonna get better. They only gonna improve. They definitely gonna be eating it up. I was surprised with Reynolds though. Josh Reynolds, man, dude came up huge. He did a huge play. He had 4 catches for 80 yards. That dude came up huge. And you already know St. Brown's going to do St. Brown things. He had 71 yards with a touchdown. And then the tight end that we drafted, Laporta, he had 5 catches for 39 yards. So it shows that the GM, the front office, is picking players that's going to get on the field and help. You know what I'm saying? Gibbs. Man, he played well. Gibbs, he had 2 catches for 18 yards also. So you looking at Gibbs that gave you 60 yards in offense, you know what I'm saying? Rookie. You look at Laporta that gave you 40 yards in offense, a rookie. And then you got Branch on the defensive side. He had a pick six. Debut rookie getting a pick six. You know what I'm saying? So I like the draft picks that came in. Yep, the Lions won. The Lions did pull it off. The score was 21-20. The Lions beat KC in KC. And I know a lot. I'm telling you, the show's gonna go crazy tomorrow. First take, undisputed. It is what it is. This is what they're gonna be talking about tomorrow. And they better give the Lions their credit. And it does. It starts with Dan Campbell. It starts with the coach and it trickles down. Jared Goff did an amazing job at managing his team to this win. He made the throws he needed to make. And he hung in there. I mean, that dude was cool as a cucumber in that pocket. He was cool as a cucumber, man. I mean, I got nothing to say. Bad, Vetted, how y'all doing? Vetted, Cap in the building, Arizona Punch. Now, people you know what people gonna say? They're gonna say, well, if they had Kelsey, and if we're the fifth, football, it happens, right? You got injuries, you got contract holdouts, you got you got people get coaches scratch players for games. So it's a team sport. If we're the fifth, you can say whatever you want, and that's what it's gonna say, going down to it. And this could be a factor. Can you imagine like the Lions play and they make it to Super Bowl, they play KC again? You know what I'm saying? I'm not, it's only one game. I get it, but the Lions looked very good, and I did not have that anxiety of watching this game like I had before. And I'm superstitious, right? So I'm gonna tell y'all what I do. When my team is down, I turn the TV off. So even though they was up 21-20 and they didn't get that through them downs because Golf threw an incompletion, I turn the TV off. I do it every time. You can ask any of my family members, people know me, I'll turn the game off. I do it a lot with Michigan games. Like, I turn the game off and then I hear they win and I go back and rewind and watch all the stuff I miss. I'm superstitious like that. I've been like that my whole life. That's never going to change. So I did turn the game off because I wanted the Lions to win, of course. And also when I'm betting, I bet against my team. I bet against my team. So people are like, then that's kind of like wasting money. Yeah, depends how you look at it. Man, me losing a couple of dollars in order for my team to win, it's worth it. Yeah, it's worth it. But hey, man, nah, I think you only get better as you go. I think we play Seattle. We play Seattle next week at home. I think we can get that game. And I'm it's just the first game. The defense gonna play a lot better. They kept us in the game. Like they only allowed 20 points to KC. That's unheard of. They only allowed 20 points. Patrick Mahomes, 20 points. I mean, Mahomes, he threw for 226. He had 2 TDs and an interception, right? 226, that's all the yards he threw. That's defense. He also had a run for 45 yards, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I seen holes in far as Detroit. If I got to pick up the pros and the cons, Detroit, y'all did defensive line, it definitely needs some work. Y'all got no interior rush in the middle of the line. Yes, the edge rushers, they was doing their thing. But then once they got pushed down and got pancaked and pressed, that was it. It was no interior pass rush. I don't know what they got to do, but I mean, when it comes to stopping the run, they great. They are great at stopping the run. Patrick Mahomes led his team in rushing with 45 yards, 6 carries, right? And then you get Pacheco. He ran 8 times for 23 yards. And then you get Edwards, Hilaire. He ran 6 times for 22 yards. Patrick led his team in rushing. And still through all that, they didn't get 100 yards on the ground. The Detroit Lions defense held them under 100 yards rushing. That's defense. That's defense. No 100-yard receivers. Valdez Scantling only had 48 off of 2 catches. Watson 2 catches, 45 yards. Gray 3 catches, 31 yards. So I'm not gonna take nothing from the Lions defense. They played. How long you been waiting for your team to come through? All my whole life. Since 91. Shit, since 91. Yo, Yeah, that pick six was a reflection, but that's called awareness, and then you gotta give Branch credit for that. He caught it with one hand and pulled it in. How many times you see a ball hit a receiver hand and he don't catch it and pull it in? That could have been easily been a completion. So that's great ball awareness, and y'all already know Branch. Yeah, that's why they drafted him. Missed two third down conversions in the red. Yeah, but guess what? Detroit fumbled in the red zone. So, like, I felt like if Detroit won this game, they're gonna win by 10. So Detroit they blew some opportunities in the red zone too. You got to think when they was up 21-20, they was in the red zone. He threw an incompletion, and the ball went back over to KC. And then Andy Reid started doing Andy Reid shit, and that's why they lost. You know, I like, man. I think this, and that's why I say the first game you do a lot of things. Later on in the season, they play week 6 or week 7. This score would been a lot higher. It'd have been 32-28. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe 5 incomplete passes in the red zone. I get that. I get that. We scratched the starter too from our interior lineman. It was a whole thing in the news. So we scratched somebody. Our interior lineman didn't play, and he's our best interior lineman. But they went, I guess because he wasn't stepping it up in practice, they scratched him for today. But man, you got to play with who you got on the field, though. Chris Jones is out for a contract, and he want a raise. They don't want to cut the check. He was at the game, sitting in the booth with his agents, watching the game. So listen, the way the Lions play them, other teams gonna play them the same way. Other teams gonna play them the same way. Salute to the Lions taking care of business all the way around the board. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta think the Lions, they was trying to run the clock out, right? You know what I'm saying? Goff had a 4th down pass near, batted down. Then KC did a shit. Tony dropped a potential 20-yard gain. A deep completion was called off for holding. Scott Moore dropped the pass and a false start. You know what I'm saying? And Scott Moore, hey, that guy for KC, Scott Moore gonna be nice. I don't know if it's gonna be this year, but he gonna be nice. I like Scott Moore. Dude got some heart. He gonna be all right. Bro, you blame the most decorated person on the field, Reed. Nah, it's squarely on his players. Nah, he called them plays, man. Look at the plays he was calling. Now, yeah, the drop pass, but what about the incompletion? Yeah, but then, hey, the defense was deep. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, J-Bo. I think Detroit was just better. Their defense was ready. Their defense played well. And I gotta say salute to our coach because our players play super hard because they like the coach. Our offensive coordinator, he could have been the coach of Carolina, and he chose not to. And I'm glad he came back. I'm glad he came back. But the Lions offense, they were stalling. They were stalling. So the defense had to step up. That first quarter, I was like, man, what's going on? I didn't think they're gonna be able to run the ball. Like, you got to think, we got top 5 offensive line in the league. Our offensive line is top 5 in the NFL. Like, we got all pro. I think we got like 3 all pro bowlers on the offensive line, 3 pro bowlers. Like, and I was like, man, what's going on? Like, why y'all ain't opening no holes? But in the second half, I don't know what Dan told them, but hey, they started to play. Kelsey would have went for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's easy to say. That's easy to say. Because, hey, they tight end got off. They tight end got off. But he didn't get off that much. I think so, Random. KC should have added a receiver. But you can't add receivers, man. You got to pay Chris Jones. And I think today with this, they're gonna try to play Chris Jones. They're gonna do him along at least another week. But guess what? KC play Jacksonville next week. Jacksonville made the playoffs. Jacksonville is a team you might want to watch out for. They got a nice quarterback. He make all the right throws. He be willing his team to victory. So it's a copycat league. They're gonna see how Detroit played Mahomes, and if they don't get Kelsey out there for next week and get Chris Jones back, it's gonna be a long day. They might shoot KC might start the season 0-2. Yeah, but y'all ain't have a number one receiver last year. You can't say Juju Schuster was a number one. That dude's always been a number two. Be honest, man, he had number 2 or 3, but he got the bag and left. He hung with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes got him some numbers and got him his ring, and he's like, "I'm going on to the next." Yeah, I was mad about that fumble Marvin Jones had. I was like, "What?" And that was his first. That was the first time he didn't fumble in his career. In his whole career, I think that's the first time he fumbled. Can you imagine going your whole career and never fumble? But yeah, Mike Evans went out of Tampa Bay. He went out because it was rumors that that the Lions might trade for him. But I mean, hey, can you imagine we had Mike Evans? Oh man, a guy like Mike Evans on one end, put Brown at the slot, Jones, and then when we get J-Mo back, wow. So you got me over here dreaming now. Hell yeah, Juju washed. Man, listen, he was never that great. It was Antonio Brown getting the looks. That's why he had some numbers like that. Once Antonio Brown left and Juju was number one, those numbers was gone. They was gone. They target, man. They not getting Evans, man. They not the KC is not Mike Evans. They not trading for him. They not getting him because they got to pay Chris Jones. If they don't pay Chris Jones his money, they should trade him. They should trade him. They ain't gonna give Chris Jones his money for what he's done, what he does, not done, what done and what he do right now for that defensive line and for their defensive presence. They might let him go. But I think it was smart that they kept Kelsey out. He had a bone bruise. At first, they were saying some hyperextended knee, and then went to bone bruise. I think he got a hyperextended. I think it might be sprained, to be honest with you, because they be lying on those injury reports because they don't want the other team to know. So they be lying on those injury reports. I want to think that dude probably got like a slight sprain. I don't know what degree, but I think he got a slight sprain. That's why he didn't play. Because the bone bruise, man, he could put some pads and played on that. He's only worth a fifth, and he has a salary. Yeah, like Mike Evans, he's on the tip heading down in his career. He can't ask for too much. I mean, he's been a best player for years, though. He's been his best player for years. I know I got nervous watching Branch, the one that did the pick six. Yeah, he went out in the third quarter, at the end of the third quarter with cramps. I was like, oh man, I knew it was cramps the way he was like sitting there. So they took him out. So can't never have too much water. I know you get to playing and not thinking about it, but when you get to that sidelines, man, just go ahead, squirt, pause. But you know what I'm saying, get that water. Man, yeah. See, that's what Mahomes need to go ahead and renegotiate that contract, man. You know what I'm saying? I wish they could do like the NBA be doing, so it could be dead money in the years later. Yeah. But I'm excited. I'm super happy. The Lions pulled it out. Now it's on to our home opener, which the Seattle. They come here to play us. Hopefully we take care of business. Nobody want to play here at our crib. Our stadium is loud. Like, man, quarterbacks can't hear nothing when they come here. Like, we definitely got home field advantage when people come here. So hopefully we can carry this. Last season we started like 1-6. Hopefully, we get like a start off of 6-1. Oh man, like I don't even want to dream, but it'd be like crazy if Detroit wins their division. I mean, and they saying they can. They're saying it's the year they can win their division. Oh yeah, I picked the Lions on the line, but I picked over. I just knew they were gonna score with 53 points, and they should have. I did not take the under. No, I don't think nobody. You can't tell me anybody took the under. Nobody took the under. These was two of the top 5 offenses in the league last year. Nobody took the under. So, you're gonna have people that picked the Lions to win, and that was it. But nobody took the under. I mean, if you're a betting man and you know your score, you knew that, like you already knew, like for real. You dream, yo, you dream big, yo. I do dream big. This is what I said. My prediction is NFC Championship. I see Detroit playing Philadelphia Eagles for a chance to go to the Super Bowl. And I said either they're gonna play the Eagles or it'll be Dallas. Those are 3 teams that's gonna come out. One of those 3 teams will come out the NFC East. I mean, at the NFC. One of those 3 teams will come out of the NFC. I stand on that. That might change by week 8, but right now I still think it was one of those 3 teams. I haven't even checked to see if I won any of my bets. I'm clear I didn't, but I don't care. I don't care. But I had players getting X amount of yards. Like it didn't pan out. It didn't pan out, man. Yeah. I didn't pick that for the 6-5 catches because I thought they were gonna double down on him. But yeah, he had 7 catches for 71 yards. But I didn't like. I definitely didn't pick the yards too because they had him getting 74.5 yards, and I was like, nah, I don't see him getting that. You know what I'm saying? He almost did, but I just didn't see it. I thought they were gonna focus in, and they tried. Zigga, salute, man. Well, I gotta get my football drops in order when I do sports, and I'm gonna get those in order. But I can't play this drop because Antonio Brown.
Chase Davis on the beat.
Put that shit on. Put that shit on. Put that shit on. Put that shit on.
Salute, man. Appreciate that. Zig in the building. But yeah, I'm gonna check my bets. When I go live in the morning on my way to the gig, I'll talk about how many bets I lost. I put a few in. I put some in on Caesar app, Sportsbook app, and I put some in on my FanDuel. So those are 2 apps. And I got an MGM app. I didn't put none on there, but normally I go off of 4 apps. Underdog at this present time isn't one. They don't honor Michigan right now. Like our state is legal to gamble in, but for some reason, Underdog is not. They don't got Michigan on their hookup. So that's why y'all don't see me with an Underdog code because you can't use the app here in Michigan yet. So I'm waiting. But man, salute to y'all. It is going on 1 a.m. We've been rocking out for 27 minutes. I just want to do a little recap on the Lions game. It was a great game. I'm geeked. NFL season is here officially, and that was a good game. I don't care how you look at it. I'm a KC fan too. I picked them to win the Super Bowl, but I wasn't gonna pick them to beat my Lions. I was not. Here we go with the Redskins. We go. Hey Zigga, we're gonna get on it. But y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all in a few hours when I ride in and work. I'm gonna do a pop-up live, and I'll talk about all my gambles. So I go through my parlays and show y'all what I hit on and what I didn't. All right, until next time, it's your boy TY. This is TY TV. Thank y'all for coming through. Hey, NFL opener. The Lions pull off the upset. Won pride. They beat KC 21-20. Let's light up. In the meantime, in between time, y'all know what time it is. 3 strikes, I'm out. I'm gone.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know
y'all hit that like button. If you're not subbed up, please sub up. Thank you.